What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Hope everyone's having a blessed day. So let me ask y'all a question. What causes disbelief? What causes disbelief? Okay. And just kind of tie into that. Why is it that your family and friends won't join you? All right. So if you're watching the replay of this, while Facebook is building my audience and letting everyone know, the content's going to begin in about 2 minutes. So you can fast forward about 2 minutes from now. I'll be greeting a couple of people, saying hello as they hop on. And when you do hop on here, let me know where you are viewing from. Where you chiming in Facebook world. Of course, I'm here in the lovely, wonderful Dallas, Texas. Right now, which is very sunny, and it's feeling great outside. It's still a little mild. It's still in the 90s, but it's not bad. It actually got a little breeze coming through here. So once again, if you happen to be viewing, fast forward probably now about a minute and a half. But appreciate you all hopping on. For those that are hopping on, for those of y'all that catch the replay, I appreciate you viewing this message. What I'm about to bring you is the question that every single marketer has faced, pretty much. I mean, unless the marketers that don't experience this are ones that have already had massive success. But even in the beginning, they face this question: why is it that my friends and family don't join me? So stay tuned just a couple more minutes. Hope everyone's having a great day once again. Man, I'm ready to eat. I hadn't even eaten any lunch yet. I just been running and grinding and trying to get this thing steady move. Well, actually not trying, making this thing happen, making some things happen. All right. So I've got about maybe one more minute. Only got 1 minute. All right. So appreciate you all. Like I said, that are hopping on here. We got about 1 more minute. What's going on, Jay Young? How you doing, man? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. How's everything going? The fam doing good? I need to have instant response, so when people type or say something, that you can actually see it through these live things. I believe in the future they may come up with a way for you to share live, as though, you know how they do webinars, and webinars you're able to share the screen with 2 or 3 different people. I believe Facebook is going to come up with something like that. They may be working on something like that really soon. And you talking about being a game changer, it's going to be like whole presentations right there on Facebook. It's going to be pretty neat. It's going to be something that's coming about, and I bet somebody's working on it. All right, so it's about that time. Appreciate you hopping on, Jay. For everybody else that hops in when you come in a little bit later on, here's the content. Everyone's doing well. Great to hear that, man. So, question. One of the major questions: what causes disbelief? And one that I'm tying in as we're going into a little deeper. Why is it that friends and family won't join me in my business? Like I said, I can't think of one marketer who has not faced this experience. Okay? And I'm going to tell you this one thing. If you saw the question mark one at the beginning of the feed, you can fill in, but everyone has their own fill in the blank type of thing from personal experience that they had. But one thing that I've noticed is consistency. Or should I say inconsistency causes disbelief. And say when you become consistent in something, you believe it'll happen. But inconsistency causes disbelief. All right. So if you believe that, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Matter of fact, I should just end the live right there. I should just end it right there. Just call it a wrap. Call it a day. I'm not going to do that. I got some more to give you. All right. So inconsistency causes disbelief. A lot of people are very consistent at being inconsistent. You are very consistent at being inconsistent. That's something we used to say on the baseball field when we had an umpire that didn't know where in the world his strike zone was for that day. He'd call a strike up at the chest with one person, then call a ball for the same person. Then you call something outside for a strike, and then call it outside for a ball for the next pitcher. You're very consistent at being inconsistent. And so to be inconsistent is the one reason why you don't have the results in your business that you do. Now, I'm going straight into the meat of things. Why is it that your family and friends do not join you? Because you are inconsistent. A lot of people look at it like, well, I'm not inconsistent. I just started. I've been doing everything. Okay, that's fine. Everyone has. I'm giving you 2 scenarios on this. Okay, I'm giving you 2 scenarios on this. Number 1, when you're inconsistent, a lot of people don't believe what you're going to say. You say you're going to do something and you don't do it. That shows you to be inconsistent, regardless of how small or how tiny you feel whatever it was you said you was going to do. However small it is, when you don't do it and someone holds you to it, you're being inconsistent. Okay? So why is it that your family won't join you? They're paying attention to your actions. You're inconsistent. Now, for those of you all that are already or just getting into it and you get into the grind and you know you're going to tell people, friends and family, they're still not joining you, guess what? The family's watching. The reason they're not joining you now, because they want to see how consistent you will be. They are paying attention to you. Blank causes disbelief. Inconsistency causes disbelief. Why don't your family join you in your business? Because they are waiting to see how consistent you are. If you're in one company 1 week and you're in another company the next week, and a few months down the line, you're trying something else, guess what? When you come along and you throw something in their face, hey, you all to join me? Be like, nah, that's okay. You just in this thing looking for the next big thing. In a couple of months, you'll be in something else different. What's going on, Marionette? Good to see you, girl. But that's exactly how it is. When they see you jumping from place to place, not being consistent with one market, why would they join you? Because a lot of people, they're going to want to know, they're going to want to join something where they can actually build. If they're serious about network marketing, they see the potential. If someone becomes in to be serious about marketing, they're going to want to know how serious you are. And if they're going to join you, people join stuff to be led. Until they're to a point where they can begin to lead and take off, they're coming in to be led. And they refuse, the smarter ones refuse to be led by somebody that's inconsistent. They want to know how committed you are. Your family is paying attention to how committed you are. So you want to know why your friends won't join you, why your brother won't join you, your sister, why your wife, why your husband, why your best friend, your homies, folks you've been close to this whole time that you hear complain about their life and they want something better, and you put something right in front of them that can be of great value, that can actually change their circumstance. And the one reason why they don't join you is because you're not being consistent. When you decide, okay, I'm finna go full blast at this thing. I'm finna do this thing. I'm finna do this thing. Hey, babe, I'm finna grow my business. Hey, I love you. I know you got my back. You got my support. You gonna do this thing with me? And they're like, nah. And you like, wait a minute. What you mean, nah? I'm gonna see what you gonna do first. See, a lot of people think that's a rebuttal as a rebuttal to refuse to, for someone to refuse to join your business. They think that's an excuse. They'll be like, oh, every time I turn around, somebody say they're going to see what I do first. Well, that's all right. I'm going to leave them. I'm going to take. Guess what? They're doing that on purpose because you have shown yourself to be inconsistent. When you're in something one time and then you turn around, you join something, they're paying attention to this. When you start and you stop and you start and you stop and you start and you stop, and then you go over to another company and you start and you stop and you continue the same pattern, they're paying attention to what you do. This is why you don't necessarily, you have the support and they'll tell you, go get them. They'll pat you on the back and say, go get them, but they're not going to join you. See, that's why they say, I'll wait to see if you're making some money. See, some of them look at that and be like, I'll wait to see if you're making some money because they've been scammed before. Be like, you know what? I want to find out if this is real. But then a lot of those other people are really looking to see, I paid attention to this dude and he was in this 2 months ago. Now he's over here in this. I'm going to see how you're going to do. I'm going to see how long you're going to stick around. Because the last thing they want to do is join somebody in a marketing company, in a business, and then as soon as they get in the door, they jump to something else. They move to something else. They decide, I don't want to do this anymore. They decide this isn't the company for me. Stop being inconsistent in your marketing, in your business, in your pursuit of success, in your endeavors, whatever you want to call it. You can call it anything you want to. Stop being inconsistent. This was a message I had to teach myself. And I tell you what, when I first got into marketing, I love telling my story because it's actually a breakthrough for me. When I first got into marketing, I was thinking, oh man, I'm about to go make tons of money. And guess what? I went and told family, I went and told friends, and nobody joined me. I had a couple of friends join me, but nobody joined me. for the most part. And I was like, man, this was supposed to be this great thing, and everybody needs this, and everybody needs this service, man. But nobody's joining me. And guess what? I began to move around from company to company. I even had family members that I told about the business opportunity, and they was like, no, that's okay. I'm not interested in direct sales and marketing. And lo and behold, a few weeks later, I saw them posting about a business opportunity that they joined. And I just wanted to reach out and say, what? I just asked you to join me, and you said you wasn't in the market, and all of a sudden you over here, you joining somebody else selling some lotion and potion? How you gonna do that? How you gonna do that to me? I just asked you to join my business, and you said you wasn't into it, but now all of a sudden you into it? And they can't give you a response. Reason being, they're watching you. They're watching you move from place to place. You can't be consistently inconsistent. Not and grow a business. Not and grow a successful business. But like I was saying, I move from company to company. I move from company to company to company. What's going on, Marcus? Appreciate you hopping on, man. I move from company to company, looking for the next big thing. Number one, I had no leadership. I stuck around the company longer than the people that got me in. And I was like, what the heck? Okay, they're gone. What I'm going to do now? No leadership. So I didn't know how to grow a business. My only thing I knew how to, hey, come join me. Hey, come join me. Hey, you over here. Oh, no? Okay. All right. Nobody likes to join that business. So I'm going to go join something that everybody likes to join. Guess what? It doesn't matter what company you join whatsoever. If you cannot remain consistent, guess what? I guarantee you, if I had actually learned marketing and stuck with the company that I was with, because guess what? Matter of fact, I'm going to turn this one in there. Your marketing, I'm talking to you. Everybody that's watching this right now, if you happen to view this, I don't care if you're watching the recording, if you're watching this live, I'm talking to you. The business that you run right now is you have $1 million business. You have $1 million business. You can make $1 million a month with your opportunity right now. How do I know? I can tell you, go look at some of the folks in the top company. If they did it, you can do it. But why aren't you doing it? Because you're inconsistent. The things that they did, the things that they continue to do. What's going on, Dallas? Appreciate you hopping on, man. The things that they did and the things that they continue to do, you do every now and then. See, they did it every day. They did it at every opportunity that they had. That downtime they had, that few minutes, that 30 minutes of Empire, or that 1 hour episode of Empire, they were building their business. That 30-minute episode of I Love Lucy. I mean, for all my ladies that are out there that happen to be watching, my wife loves I Love Lucy. For those 30-minute episodes of I Love Lucy, they were building their business. For that 2.5 hours that you were playing pickup basketball at the gym, they were building a business. They were consistent. But yet and still, people come up with the excuse that I don't have time. I wish I had more time. Guess what? If somebody gave you more time right now, what would you do with it? You would spend more time watching television? Would you spend more time catching up with your homies? Would you spend more time hanging out? Would you spend more time just relaxing because you had so many long, hard days this week? That's that inconsistency that you have to get rid of. When you have that downtime, understand families are a completely different thing. You have to make time for family. Trust me, I understand. And people can look at me and say, hey, you don't have any kids right now. Guess what? You can tell me, it's like people tell my wife all the time. When my wife tries to give advice about raising children, you don't have any kids. Guess what? My wife and I have raised children from birth up to the first 2 or 3 ages of their life. We've been around children. We worked at hospitals. So when we tell people, it's based on prior experience. But because somebody said she's never pushed out a child of her own, she knows nothing about children. We were foster parents to teenagers at the age of 20 and 23. We were the parents of teenagers at the age of 20 and 23, yet alone they weren't ours. So guess what? We had to figure, because they were wards of the state, we had to figure out different ways to discipline them, because we couldn't just whoop them like that with our typical children. So guess what? When you thought about alternative ways to be able to deal with punishment that you don't have to put on a child, but when you try to tell somebody, you don't know, you don't have any kids. Guess what? Same thing in marketing. When people of success are telling you what you need to be doing, and you know what you need to do, the actions are put before you, whether it be on a webinar, a training, a book that you've read, an email, a notification. A lot of people are subscribed to these marketers' emails and don't even open them. Believe it or not, those emails are gold for your business. Believe it, I don't care. I'm Robert Hollis, Diane Hogman, Steve Krivda, my boy Ryan McMorris. I'm on a lot of folks' email lists, and so many people get those emails and be like, I'm getting too many emails. Delete, 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 delete. I don't know why I subscribe to this. Delete. They send these out every day. Delete, delete, delete. And then they come around, why can't I grow my business? Guess what? People are giving you the answers. They're giving you how they're becoming successful, how they became successful, and you're deleting the information that you need to have. That's showing how inconsistent that you're going to remain. Keep that information. There are only 86,400 seconds in a day. How you use them determines your success. Sorry. Absolutely. That's absolute. You have to make every second count. Guess what? I'm working. I'm at work. But right now, I'm working on building my organization. I'm building a brand. Every downtime, every second of downtime that I have, I'm working to put in value into my business. So when that time comes, I can walk in one day and say, you know what? I served this place for several years, and I appreciate everything it's done for me. But it's time for me to take my journey elsewhere, on my own, to be happy, to be excited, to live the life that I want to live. That's to the point that I am. I'm being consistent with my time. I do have some inconsistent moments. Everyone does. Everyone does. You know, when I watch television, for the most part, my wife is on here. What's going on, babe? Daniel Moore, it's good to see you, man. Hey, y'all need to check out this guy's music, man. Phenomenal. That's the guy that I saw, that you saw me recording live when I was in LA. Beautiful music. Hey, dude, I'm still jamming and bumping your music, by the way, and telling everyone about it. But ask my wife. Ask my wife when I watch television. Ask my wife. She's right there. There's the one with the hearts with the little picture just come up. I come home and I get to work, and a lot of times she gets upset with me sometimes, slightly, but she understands because she knows what I'm doing. We had this discussion at the beginning of the year, babe. It's going to be a lot of times where I know you want to come home and I know you want to go do this. I know you want to do that. I know you want to chill and watch a movie, but sometimes I gotta put my time into the business. I gotta grow this business. I got a goal that I want to get us to, and watching TV is just not going to get us here right now. And so, yeah, she has some frustrating times where she goes to bed alone because I'm up putting in work. I can't imagine how many hours Daniel Morris put in doing this music, promoting his music to be heard around the world. I can't imagine how much time he's put into that. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that want him to go do something. He'd be like, you know what? No, I got some studio time I got to go deal with. I got to go lay down the track for this recording for a producer that I need to see. I got to go knock on the door of a producer that I want to work with right now. I don't have time to really go hang out right now. I guarantee you that guy right there, Daniel Morris, I guarantee you he's putting in work like that. But it will all pay off in the end. It's already started. Well, thank you very much, babe. Thank you very much. But I guarantee you, you see that Daniel Morris said thousands of hours. Thousands of hours. That's where the success comes from. That's where the consistency begins. That's where it starts. So many people look at successful people like all they had to do was open their mouth. A lot of people bought their stuff, and all of a sudden they're making millions of dollars. They did that because of their reputation. No, they did that because of the work. Believe it or not, the top people in companies work harder than a lot of people that just came in, but they just don't see it. All they see is this person's making money and he doesn't have to work anymore. Yeah, they don't have to. But believe it or not, they still travel the world. Look at all the successful people. Okay, I give you a prime example. You look at all these successful people that are at the top of their game right now, making thousands and millions of dollars, and I want you to pay attention. See if you can email them. Matter of fact, see, some people are scared to reach out to these folks. Email them and ask them, when was the last time they stayed at home for a full month? Those people are always on the road, always doing seminars, always doing trainings, always doing traveling, doing presentations, always doing public speaking, always promoting. And if they're part of a company, they're always building. They're always building others. They're always helping others grow. Ask them when the last time when they sat at home just for a month without doing anything. And I guarantee you, well, I can't guarantee that, but I could probably say, I could probably put my whole bank account on it, which won't be much for you. You might be disappointed. But everything in my bank account that all of them will say, I've never stayed at home for a full month. Not since they got serious. They may take a week or two off. And even when they decide to take a month off, they're gonna pick up and do a little something, just communicate. Hey guys, I'm still here, still growing. Let me put a post up, let me put a blog post, they're gonna do something in their time because it's in them. They have to, it's a part of them to remain consistent. If they become inconsistent, it's like something's missing. You have to remain consistent. You cannot be consistently inconsistent. So you want to know why your family's not joining you, why your friends not joining you, why your peeps, your homies, the closest people to you are not joining you. Because they're paying attention to the things that you're doing. They're paying attention. Some people just say all that, like I said, this is just not the industry for them. You can fend for them all you want to. They just don't want to join you because they're paying attention to your actions. You hold on to that. Hold on to what you're doing right now. Whatever you're doing, I already told you the things that you're doing. The things that you're doing is you have $1 million business. Okay. You have $1 million business. Now you keep doing this business for the next 2-3 years. Get some traction, gain some success, get some attention, build your brand, help some other people become successful. Now, a couple of years from now, let those people come back because you know what? I already told you in a live before, your family watches you. My wife gets frustrated as well. I hear it all the time, bro. Yeah, they're watching you. Guarantee you, Mark, she's watching you. She's paying attention. When you keep doing that, I already told you, when you introduce something to your family, see, I love to do stuff like this. Hey, y'all, I'm just letting you know. I just want to speak to y'all about an opportunity, whatever it may be, whatever it could be. Like, hey, check this out. I'm doing this with or without you. I would love to be able to have you as a part of this thing as we grow and we grow together, build a business, and we actually make this, it's not necessarily a family thing, but we be able to thrive and succeed together and grow. Like I said, I'm doing this with or without you, but I want you to check something out. A lot of them may say no, if not all of them. Guess what? After you've gotten that attention, guess what they're going to be doing? They told you no, but they're watching your posts. They're watching your actions. They're watching to see how consistent you are. They're watching to see if a year down the road, you may not have communication. See, a lot of me, I don't talk to a lot of my cousins every day because we're all over the world. We're all over the country. I don't talk to them every day, but I guarantee, guess what? When I run into one of them in a few months from now, they're going to ask me, are you still doing that thing? Are you still doing that thing? And I'm going to look at them and say, yeah, I sure am. I sure am. What will you be able to say when they ask you, are you still doing that thing? Believe it or not, they don't even have to ask you. They just want to see what you're going to say. They've been watching you the whole time. They've been keeping up with your post. They've been keeping up with your feed because guess what? I'll tell you another thing that I did. Before I went tried out for pro baseball, I was consistently working out, keeping track of my records and everything I was doing. I mean, boom, boom, working out. And I saw my family, and guess what they said? Hey, man, I've been seeing you. You've been out there working out all the time. Guess what? They've been paying attention. The same thing applies to your business. When they see you, now when they see you thriving and succeeding, when they see you, they're going to be like, I've been seeing you. I've been seeing you, man. You've been doing your thing in business. You've been doing your thing. But when they know that you stop or that you started to become inconsistent, and they've been watching you, when they see you, they're going to ask you, are you still doing that thing? They going to be paying attention. So you better know people got their eyes on you, but they're not joining you because you show yourself to be inconsistent. Remain consistent. Start doing those things that you know you need to do. If it's a blog post, if it's writing your list, if it's communicating with your leads. A lot of people lose business because they don't follow up with people when they said they was gonna follow up. I'm gonna give you a call in a couple of days, and all of a sudden you don't hear from them. That was a huge problem that I had. I had to learn, and I'm still learning, how to better track the people that I communicate with. Because I started becoming friends with so many folks and just communicating with so many people, I turn around and look back and be like, dang, I was supposed to call them last week. And that was my fault. Now, if I go back to that same person and try to talk to that person again, talk to the hand. You had my attention then, but you don't have it now. And you a little inconsistent with your communication. That was my fault. Write stuff down, take notes, keep a ledger, keep a calendar, keep an alarm, all that kind of stuff. Keep track of stuff. All that plays a role in your consistency. For the new people that just got into marketing, do not be down when your family tells you no. See, a lot of people that come into the business, this is where they start to quit. They come in because you come into a network marketing business and they say, make a list of all your friends and your family. Make a list of all your friends and your family. I will stay up in the middle of the night to make sure I can help him what he needs. So frustrated, I'm not there. He's mine. I always take. Well, I appreciate that, babe. My wife is my biggest supporter. She just wants me to sit and watch TV all of me. I keep telling her it'll all pay off in the end. That's right. You have to keep doing it. You have to keep doing it. Now, what you have to do, make a plan. Okay, I just lost my thought reading the comments. Sorry about that, but I missed the first part. P, you can go back and watch the replay. It's all good. But what's your family? All the new people. Yes, that's what I said. All the new people that are just getting into marketing. What happens is you make a list. They tell you make a list of all your friends and family, and this is going to get you. When we get them in, you're going to make this. You're going to make this. You're going to make this. They never tell you that most of your friends and family going to tell you no. Get them on the three-way. Get them on a three-way call. Get them on a conference call. Get them on the phone with me so we can close them out and get them in the business. Guess what? You can get them on the three-way, but guess what? Still not going to join you because it's you. This is where a lot of people quit and say, you know what? My family and friends don't want to join me. They don't want to join me. Man, this ain't for me. Do not quit. I repeat that. Do not quit. I'm going to tell you why. And I just said it a minute ago. It's because they want to see how consistent you will be. Because they want to see how consistent you will be. A lot of them have heard or have been in other companies before where someone misled them. Possibly. Not all of them. Possibly. And it became frustrating to them that they had no direction. Just like I did. I experienced the same thing. But this was a marketing. I still saw the potential to be like, you know what? I'm sticking around. This is it. I don't care if that didn't work. I'm here right now. I'm not even thinking about the other ones. I love telling my story, but I'm not even thinking about the other companies. And guess what? Those other companies still exist. I could have been well off and way successful had I stuck with those companies. It wasn't like they shut down. But do not quit, because the people that tell you no, they want to know if you're going to become consistent enough to become successful. You have to be consistent in your marketing to become successful. It doesn't happen overnight. Those who have come, a lot of people say it was an overnight success. That's a lie. It's a lie. Even YouTube people say you can get Justin Bieber discovered on YouTube. It's another little kid that was discovered on YouTube. Comics that end up like on the Nick Cannon show, discovered on YouTube. Guess what? You'd be like, oh, it was an overnight success. No. Go back and look to the hundreds of videos that they put up well before the one where they got discovered was discovered. Emmanuel, whatever the guy's name on the Nick Cannon show. Are you wretched? He did so many dumb videos, I can't even count it. Tyler Perry, he didn't just say, I'm going to make the first play, and the first play I do is going to be miraculous. He put in work. Homeless off the street put in work. It takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. You're going to have to put in work. You're going to have to become consistent. Diane Hockman this morning was talking about branding. She was talking about branding. I'm going to read off something that she said. When you're branding yourself, a brand elevates the self-image of a consumer. Okay? Branding is owning a place in the consumer's mind where anything else they see is unacceptable. Branding is owning a place in your consumer's mind. So when they think of something, the first thing, if you give a name or something like that, if I think network marketing, I say network marketing, the first word that comes to your mind. Think of the first person that comes to your mind. Type it in. Type it in. When I say network marketing, who was the first name that came to your mind? When I say fast food, type the first person, the first place that came to your mind. When I say favorite TV show, what's the first TV show that came to your mind? She said, I love Diane. Y'all better not sleep on her. Oh no, we ain't sleeping on her. And see, a lot of y'all, if you typing that stuff in a minute, you're all about to see those comments. Taco Casa. Brand. They branded themselves in your mind. They've done something with their marketing. She spoke on something on the webinar. I hope y'all didn't miss the other night. Marketing is preparing people to buy. Fresh Prince branded it. Will Smith branded it. People still call him Fresh Prince when he walk up. A lot of people still call him Fresh Prince. They don't call him Will Smith. He's still referred to as Fresh Prince. Just like people walk up to Jaleel and call him Steve Urkel. It's like my name is Jaleel White. I'm not Steve Urkel, but he branded himself as Steve Urkel. Same reason as people call, I forgot his name, Carlton from Fresh Prince. So they keep calling him Carlton. That's not his name, but he built a brand on that name. But Diane Hockman said, marketing. We spoke on marketing. Marketing is preparing people to buy. So when you're doing network marketing, understand there are two things. Network, okay? Break that down. And I'm finna end this shortly. I'm talking about consistency, but I've been led to talk about this. Network marketing. Number one, so many people say, I want to be in network marketing. I'm joining a network marketing company, but I don't like talking to people. The heck? Network. When you're building your network, you're growing through communication. You're communicating with someone in some fashion. You're communicating with people. You don't want anything to do with people. Guess who has to buy your product or your service? People. Who do you have to communicate with to get that message out? People. You got to work with people. The next thing that people misunderstand is network. Network. You have to work your business. You have to work your business. You're communicating with people and you're working your business. Marketing, as Diane said, preparing people to buy. So as you're working, building your communicating with people, you're preparing them to buy what you need, what you're placing before them. Network marketing. Okay? Communicating, put in the work, and you're preparing. It doesn't say network selling. You can do that. It's not network selling. It's network marketing. Marketing is preparing people to buy. See, a lot of people think, when you think marketing, when you talk about a large company in marketing, what are they doing? When a company markets, what are they doing? They're putting something in front of you. If it's a commercial, if they're sending out flyers in the mail, if they're sending out pamphlets, if somebody's putting those little flyers on your car, if somebody puts something out there, they're marketing, which means they're putting something in front of you. A lot of people take marketing and say, I'm going to throw my link out there so you can go to my site. Nah. Looking at a link isn't enticing. If I'm watching the link, your link doesn't catch my attention. It looks like a bunch of letters, numbers, and signals and signs. It's not going to catch my attention at all. But marketing Someone put something in front of you that catches your attention. Whether it's a polar bear holding a bottle of soda, whether it's a man with a huge ball on his head, whether it's a guy that's wearing a clown suit, whether it's a bunny that's banging on the drum, no matter what it is, marketing is preparing people to buy. If you become consistent in your networking, and your marketing all together, over time, you will see success. So today, answer the question, why doesn't your friends and family join you? One is they notice your inconsistencies because they're paying attention, or two, if you just got into it, they're watching to see how consistent you will become. So fill in the blank. What causes disbelief? Inconsistency. Because when you're inconsistent, you don't get the results you do, which causes you to believe this doesn't work. This stuff doesn't work. When you're inconsistent, other people are watching you to see that you're not having success. So they're going to disbelieve that what you're doing works. Stop being inconsistent. All right. What's going on, Summer? I was just ending this thing off. Think you may get some fire out of this if you watch it from the beginning. So if this thing was a value to you all that happened to hop on, if this was a value, I ask that you hit the share button down in the bottom left-hand corner. There was a share button. Share this thing out. It's a lot of people want to know, why isn't my family joining me? Why aren't my friends joining me? This could be exactly why. This is exactly why. They're paying attention to you. I guarantee you that. They're paying attention to you. And you'll know it almost every time you meet because they're going to ask you about it. Even now, to this day, when my dad sees me, he's asked, hey, son, how you doing? You still, how's the business going? You still doing the business? Yeah, I am. I sure am. I'm not going to stop doing it. He's watching to see how consistent I'm going to be. And guess what? I'm going to be consistent. And it pays off. It pays off. If you need help, if you're watching this recording, you watch the thing up to now, and you're looking for ways, you're trying to figure out how can I become consistent. I need someone to kind of hold me accountable of becoming consistent. I need to know different ways I can become more consistent, or I can become more effective in my consistency. Check me out at successwithlyndon.com. Connect with me. If you're not already on my newsletter, hop on my newsletter. That's attached to that, successwithlyndon.com. And come reach out to me. You can send me a message, instant message me, PM, whatever. Connect with me some kind of way and say, look, I need a little bit of help. That's what I did. And when I did it, I started seeing results. You got to ask for help. Nobody can help you if you never open your mouth. And if you never open your mouth, you never see the results. So when you're probably going to walk away, or until you get to that point where you say enough is enough, I got to get help. If by then, hit me up. All right. So if you found this thing value, you found this message of value, of inconsistency causes disbelief, and finding out, getting those answers of why your family and friends doesn't join you, I ask that you share this thing out. All right. So as I end this thing, you're going to see something. Closed mouth don't get fed. You're absolutely right, man. Closed mouth, Alfonso Romero. That's what it was. That was Carlton's name, Alfonso Romero. But if the thing was a value, when I cut this thing off, you're going to see notification on. Make sure you turn your notifications off so you don't miss a single time when I go live. All right. So I will see you all over at successwithlyndon.com on the newsletter if you're not already on it. I'm trying to wrap up the last couple of things with this ebook that I'm trying to release. I got to get this thing. I got to get this thing done tonight because I know it's a lot of people that's working on branding. And I see a lot of stuff on fan pages that people ask me to like. And I'm looking at it like, God, man, you got to change this. So I'm trying to drop this ebook before the end of today. If I can get this thing right, be prepared for this ebook. I just keep adding. Every time I think I'm about to done, I add something else of value to it that's going to help people begin to brand themselves. And your Facebook fan page is going to start. You're going to start seeing those numbers go up when you start applying the things that I put in this ebook. So be looking for Grow Your Following, How to Build a Successful Brand Using Your Facebook Fan Page. I'm looking to drop that thing. I got to get that thing out within the next day or two because I get so many people ask me, like my fan page, and I go to it and I'm like, there's nothing to like here. So no, not dissing anybody, throwing any names, but I'm gonna get those out for those folks. All right, so y'all have a blessed day once again. Miss Junie, appreciate you hopped on. You got to watch this thing from the beginning. I believe it's going to be some great value that you'll be able to pass on as well and share with a couple more folks too. And I'm waiting to see your letters. I'm back alive in the group now, so I'm out of Facebook jail. So ready to do this thing. But y'all have a blessed day. I will see y'all tomorrow on Tips with Two. On tomorrow, I'm not even going to tell you the subject. I'm going to surprise you with another one. But you're going to want to be here at 2 o'clock tomorrow to get something else answered. All right? So, see y'all at 2 o'clock tomorrow Central Standard Time for Tips at 2 with Lyndon. I'm out of here. Y'all have a blessed one.